Emmerdale actress Louise Jameson has shared that Mary Goskirk will be there to support Vanessa Woodfield after the shocking sexual assault suffered by Charity Dingle at the hands of Dr Todd. In scenes broadcast recently, Charity became the victim of a traumatic sexual assault, marking a disturbing new chapter in the blackmail storyline that has unfolded over recent weeks. Speaking to Inside Soap, Louise explained that Mary will play an important role as events continue to unfold. "The only thing I can say is that Mary will need to be strong, because Vanessa may have a lot to lean on as she deals with the consequences of everything involving Dr. Todd," she said. The story becomes incredibly dark. It's a brave storyline, and Caroline Harker is delivering an outstanding performance. The plot has been developed to highlight the issue of female-on-female sexual assault and the legal challenges that survivors can face afterward. "This has been one of the most challenging and meaningful storylines I've ever tackled as Charity," Emma Atkins said. "Viewers know her as someone who is strong and resilient, but this experience reveals a deeply vulnerable side of her. At times, it has been heartbreaking to portray. I hope the story encourages even one person to come forward and speak about their experience, while also helping others understand the lasting emotional impact of trauma." Producer Sophie Roper explained that the storyline will focus on the consequences of sexual violence and the complicated emotional journey Charity faces when the perpetrator is another woman. She added that, because female-on-female sexual assault is rarely discussed, the story will examine the intense isolation many survivors feel. It will also explore the gap between the legal definition of sexual assault and the feelings of many women who believe that term does not fully reflect the severity of what they have endured. Emmerdale left viewers shocked and deeply disturbed during Sunday's episode as Charity Dingle became the victim of a sexual assault in a harrowing storyline. Recent episodes have seen Dr. Todd blackmailing Charity, demanding money in exchange for keeping quiet about the truth surrounding baby Layla's parentage. As the pressure mounted, Charity found herself increasingly overwhelmed by the fear that the secret could be exposed at any moment. In the special Sunday installment, the storyline took a much darker direction. Struggling to cope with the stress, Charity turned to alcohol while Dr. Todd continued to intensify her demands. Later, Dr. Todd arrived at Charity's home and found her asleep on the sofa after drinking a bottle of wine. Taking advantage of the situation, she stood over Charity and mocked her vulnerable state. The disturbing scene escalated when Dr. Todd sexually assaulted Charity while she was unconscious. Charity suddenly woke up and realized what was happening, desperately demanding that Todd stop. Left shaken and horrified, she struggled to comprehend the traumatic ordeal she had just experienced. In the weeks ahead, Charity will face the difficult emotional aftermath of the attack. She will wrestle with whether to open up to those closest to her or keep her suffering hidden as she attempts to deal with the trauma alone. The powerful storyline is expected to explore the long-term impact of sexual violence and the challenges survivors often face when trying to process and speak about their experiences. Emmerdale viewers were left shocked and deeply upset after a disturbing sexual assault storyline aired during Sunday's episode of the ITV drama. Charity Dingle found herself at the centre of a harrowing ordeal as her ongoing conflict with Dr. Todd took a devastating turn. For months, Todd has been exploiting a secret linked to baby Layla's true parentage, using the information to pressure Charity into handing over money. Earlier this year, Charity welcomed baby Layla into the world while claiming she was acting as a surrogate for Sarah and Jacob. Unknown to them, however, the child is actually Charity's biological daughter following a secret relationship with Ross Barton. After discovering the truth, Dr. Todd began using it as leverage, demanding increasing sums of money in exchange for her silence. In the latest episode, which aired on Sunday after schedule changes caused by football coverage, Todd visited Charity and found her heavily intoxicated. Despite seeing how overwhelmed Charity had become, she continued to threaten her and demand payment. As the confrontation intensified, Charity finally reached breaking point. Exhausted and desperate, She admitted she had borrowed, begged, and even stolen from people she cared about in an attempt to satisfy Todd's demands. Refusing to back down, Todd warned that she was prepared to reveal everything to Sarah and Jacob. Determined not to be controlled any longer, Charity challenged Todd to expose the truth, insisting she had nothing left to lose. The pair later headed to the pub, where tensions continued to rise, before returning to Charity's home for another heated exchange. During their argument, Todd spoke about her own grievances and resentment over events she believed had unfairly damaged her life and career. For a brief moment, it appeared the hostility between them might ease. However, the situation quickly changed when Todd attempted to kiss Charity. The advance was immediately rejected, and Charity mocked her before eventually falling asleep on the sofa. The episode then took a much darker turn. While Charity was unconscious, Todd took advantage of her vulnerability and sexually assaulted her. Charity woke up in horror, realized what was happening, and desperately demanded that Todd stop. Afterward, Todd calmly gathered her belongings and left, leaving Charity traumatized and shaken. The scenes sparked a huge reaction online, with many viewers describing the episode as upsetting, disturbing, and extremely difficult to watch. Some said they felt physically sick, while others questioned whether stronger warnings should have been given before the program aired. At the same time, many fans praised the soap for tackling such a sensitive issue. Several viewers commended the performances and the way the storyline highlighted the reality that sexual assault can affect anyone, regardless of gender. Others expressed hope that the plot would encourage important conversations and help survivors feel seen and supported. Emmerdale favourite Kerry Wyatt is set to play a key role as the fallout from Dr. Todd's actions continues, with warnings that the villain will eventually face the consequences of her behaviour toward Jacob. Although Kerry is now one of the soap's most popular characters, her arrival in the village was far from smooth. She was first introduced as Amy Wyatt's troubled and unreliable mother, quickly earning a reputation as someone viewers love to dislike. Over the years, however, Kerry has undergone a remarkable transformation. Despite her flaws and frequent mistakes, she has become a much-loved member of the community and a character fans have grown genuinely fond of. As the ongoing storyline involving Dr. Todd unfolds, Kerry is expected to stand up for those affected by the Doctor's actions. With tensions continuing to rise, there is growing belief that Dr. Todd will not be able to escape responsibility for the pain and turmoil she has caused, particularly in relation to Jacob. Much of Kerry's popularity comes from the strong relationships she has built over the years. Despite her wild spirit and love of fun never fading, she gradually grew into the supportive parent Amy had always needed. Her close connection with Amelia Spencer also revealed a more caring and compassionate side to her personality, helping to transform her from a troubled outsider into one of the village's most cherished residents. Kerry's connection with Eric Pollard has also played a major role in making her such a beloved character among viewers. Over the years, the pair have developed a unique friendship built on loyalty, affection, and mutual respect. Speaking about their bond, Laura explained that the two characters connect because, despite their differences, they share a similar mischievous streak and a talent for getting themselves into unusual situations. She pointed out that Kerry feels a deep sense of gratitude toward Eric. When Amy first arrived in the village, Eric and his late wife stepped in to support and care for her when Kerry was absent, giving Amy the stability she needed. Emmerdale continues to air on weekday evenings on ITV1 and ITVX.